Hello, everyone. I want to start this speech with a small reflection. Imagine if you could continue having a positive impact on the physical environment, even after your own death. My name is Aura Murillo, and I'm here to present to you Resting Reef, an award-winning, sustainable memorial service that transforms the ashes of those who have died into beautiful memorial reefs that restore marine life. Just as you can have a tree burial, Resting Reef is the marine alternative to have a positive impact while building a meaningful legacy for future generations. We combine human ashes with materials like crushed shells to create beautiful living reefs that are placed underwater and monitored to enable new life to thrive. This has two major benefits. First is helping protect and restore marine ecosystems. Reefs continue deteriorating due to climate change. By building new reefs, we provide a strong foundation for a whole new ecosystem to thrive. And we also provide socioeconomic benefits for communities to develop. And two, you can leave this world with the peace of mind that your loved ones are taken care of while honoring and celebrating your life. Resting Reef has both meaningful impact and a strong business potential. Every year, nearly 500,000 ashes need a final place to rest in the UK, with 1 in 5 individuals looking for eco-friendly alternatives. Alternatives like tree burial started just like us a couple of years ago and have experienced a steady linear growth from selling a couple hundred memorial trees to thousands every year. On top of that, in the UK, people already pay an average of £5,000 for a traditional burial. We offer a price-competitive solution that brings funds from the death care industry to much-needed restoration. As part of our journey, we decided to start memorializing pets' ashes, giving the shared market potential and the strong emotional connection people have with their pets. We recently reached an exciting milestone by setting up our pilot reef in Bali. Over the next few months, we will be monitoring the progress, but initial observations already show how the reef is providing impact to marine ecosystems and providing jobs for the local communities. We are on a mission to provide our services worldwide. We want to offer our services and open more marine sites from the beautiful coasts of Bali to places like Cornwall in the UK. And we want to offer our services for human memorials and for pet memorials. At Resting Reef, we are very passionate about this mission. Myself, because of a personal experience where my father died unexpectedly and where me and my family had to deal with a funeral that felt meaningless and disconnected. This motivated me to create a compassionate service that could also celebrate life. On the other hand, my co-founder, Luisa, is deeply committed to climate action. Growing up in Norway, she always had a personal responsibility to take care for the ocean and for the planet. Together with our team, we bring the right skills and expertise, and we have a strong track record of grants and awards that can allow us to take Resting Reef to the next steps. Now, we want to invite you to be part of our journey. In February 2025, we will open an opportunity for people to memorialize their pets in Bali. If you are interested in our pet memorial service, or you know someone that might find this meaningful, please come talk to us afterwards. We're also very interested in having conversations with social and environmental impact investors and with philanthropic funds for potential sponsorships and partnerships. Please reach out to us if you want to support us in achieving our global vision. Thank you so much for your time, and we welcome any questions you might have.
Well done, and we welcome your colleague, Louisa, joining us on stage for questions. So again, the QR code you can now see on screen. Please do scan that to submit your questions. Let's start with one to kick us off about why you're using ashes in your reef structures.
Yes, so ashes, or our skeleton, is super rich in calcium phosphate, which is very phosphorus rich, which is also one of nature's main fertilizers. And there's also scientific research showing by adding bone ash to artificial reefs, there is a significant enhance in marine growth.
And we have a question in from the audience asking about what percentage of the final reef is ashes and how much is made up of other materials.
So we've based our formula on the average amount of ashes a person leaves behind, and it's around 3 kilos. And so our reef structure allows for 3 kilos of ashes and still keep the strong integrity in order to withstand marine conditions, which is also very important.
What is your marketing strategy in convincing users to switch to resting reef for their memorial services, other than price?
Yes, so we want to partner up with funeral homes, and also in the case of pet memorials with pets. We've also seen that trends show that there is an increase in interest in eco-burial alternatives. So we are providing those alternatives for these people. And we have a lot of sign-ups and interest in the service. So we are confident that this will be an alternative that a lot of people will adopt.
Do these products degrade over time?
So we see these structures biointegrate over time. So that can mean both that nature has fully taken over and you would never recognize there were anything human-made placed there in the first time. There's also the possibility that for example, native oyster reefs or corals have hard structures and they are able to create a foundation themselves after this initial foundation, so that our reef structures could degrade over time and go back into nature.
How do you plan to address the resistance towards not being able to easily visit a loved one's resting place?
Yeah, that's very true. As we are opening now in Bali, we also don't want to directly promote people having to fly to Bali in order to be close to their loved one. So we've designed different alternatives like regular updates, reports, impact reports on how it's going, videos, underwater footage. We also have a memento, which is a miniature version of the reef structure, where people can opt in to have a portion of the ashes in this memento. And they can have it in their home or in their garden or place it somewhere else that also feels meaningful to them.
Is there any key regulations you see as a threat to your business model?
So in the UK, there is no strict regulation on what you can do with the ashes. We see here there's a lot of regulations to put anything on the seabed. So that's something we're working on in order to get the right licenses and approvals for us to start a reef here in the UK.
Okay, and moving on, are you raising? How much capital do you need and what for?
We are planning to raise next year, Q1, Q2. We're thinking about, we're still defining the amount we want to raise. So we want to start a conversation with impact investors to understand that as well.
And presumably that conversation can continue at the networking drinks later if you'd like to find out more. Another question in from the audience, how are the ashes transported to the seabed? What's the cost and environmental impact?
So the ashes is incorporated into the reef structure locally. So it's created by the local communities there next to the beach, and then they are being placed into the sea. Of course, in the UK, there are other technology and facilities like close to harbours, and then they're placed into the seabed and stay into the structure and create this surface of phosphorus for things to speed up the growth.
Okay, we are out of time, but thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well done.